Hi, I'm Kaylee Toon. I created a career profile on parent educators, which are basically people that provide parents with the knowledge and skills needed to be more involved and effective in raising their children. Parent educators teach parents a little about child development, which can help them incorporate developmentally appropriate activities for their kids. They understand socialization and behavior so that they can understand why their kids do what they do. And then they can also learn different discipline techniques and so on. All of what parent educators do, all of what parent educators teach is meant to help parents be more involved, understand their children, be able to raise them to match their values. The purpose is to create stronger family units. This career involves a variety of different environments, including church, government, and school organizations, as well as national programs such as Parents as Teachers, also known as PAT, and I looked more into that in my research in doing this assignment. There's also the choice of working with parents in groups, which is more of a center-based structure where you work in the facilities that are provided. So if you're working, you can work in a church building or a school classroom if you're working with a church organization or a school organization. And then there's the home-based programs where parent educators visit the families in their homes. I found a program in my area that provides parent education services for parents that just want to know more about how to raise their kids to be more effective with them. These programs are also provided when a traumatic event is experienced in a family. Sometimes parent education is court-ordered and mandatory. You can definitely see why this would contribute to stressors. If you're working with a family that has gone through a traumatic experience, there's definitely a lot of, the different family members have different emotional responses. It can also take an emotional toll on you as well. Also, if you're working with families where this is court-ordered or mandatory, then you can work with parents that aren't very cooperative, aren't very open to different techniques. The job certainly varies on the job that you have and who you're employed through. Parent educators can have flexible work schedule where they create their own hours, especially if you're doing more of the home-based option where you're typically working with the parent schedules. That also means that you could be working during the evening or early morning hours to accommodate those family schedules. They can also work part-time if they're doing short classes like once a week. Or they can also hold a typical 9-to-5 day, that's typically associated with center-based programs where you have several classes throughout the day, maybe the same topic, maybe different topics in those different classes, and then you have different groups of parents that come in throughout the day. Parent educators usually have a specific curriculum or a type of training or certification that they have to go through. Some parents are responsible to create their own curriculum based on their training. Also, if you're self-employed, obviously you'll create your own curriculum, or you can base it off of curriculum somebody else is already using. They have to be able to work well with individuals, understand family dynamics, and be flexible. They have to evaluate individuals, so basically make an assessment so that the parent educator, as well as the different members in the family, understand the goals, the areas that they need to focus on, and how they're going to implement this plan of action, so to speak. Also, some parent educators are in charge of planning seminars or other events. Most places, if you're going to apply to an established organization, require a bachelor's degree in the areas of family science, but some organizations also accept an associate's degree. There are also some that, in addition to a bachelor's degree, require more certification, training, or they want you to have some sort of experience in the past. As far as salary goes, in 2010, the average parent educator was making $39,000 a year. But like I said before, the jobs available vary greatly. Self-employed individuals probably won't make that much. Then you also have those that are founders of their own organizations that are in charge of those. They will probably make a lot more. The surprising thing that I learned was that home-based programs for both parent and child education is increasing. Now, I've been talking about parent education. There's also child education where people work with the children in their homes to help them learn different skills, or if they're behind in their development, help them to develop those skills. Anyways, both of those programs are becoming increasingly popular. I've heard that these programs are becoming especially popular in Utah, especially in the Salt Lake area, partially because the programs are starting to be included in insurance policies, and that certainly depends on the organization that you go through. Not all organizations or curriculum are going to be covered with your insurance. Some insurances cover it completely, some provide a percentage of the fees that are required to participate. The thing that's most important to remember is that parent educators are there to help strengthen the family unit, which overall strengthens our society. They educate parents about their children to help them learn techniques, help them be more involved, gain basic education on a variety of topics to help them be more effective with their kids.